It's a hot one. It's like, I don't know, 95 degrees. I don't know if it's possible for you to read the video description on a live video. I very rarely do any at all. But if you have a chance, go to that description right now, and the topic of this video is in it. So I was chilling at the house, about ready to go shopping, because I wanted, I'm fat, so I wanted the new Oreo cookies. They're cotton candy, and it tastes pretty dang good. Then I saw this news article, and it said that the city, Panama City, removed a homeless camp and 500 pounds of garbage, and then arrested 5 people and cited them for dumping or something. So there's the 500 pounds. It's funny because there was a little report. I'll try to link the news article. The reporter said that it was 500 pounds, and they were on actually here and showed it, and she was standing in front of it. She's like, yeah, that's 500 pounds. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible reporting. Maybe she just did the best she could, but you don't have to be too good at measuring things in math to just take a quick look at that and tell that it's way more than that. So there's no way those like 5 people made this in just a few, like, I don't know. So I haven't looked up that code right there, Panama City Municipal Code 12-22.10 subsection G. So I thought it was kind of funny because it said that they were trespassed, and this is our property. This is public property. City property is public fucking land. We own this. And it's funny that they put a that no trespassing sign there. You know, I don't want to get arrested today, but you know, if I make that one-way trip, I don't give a fuck. I'm on a city street. This is a city street. You can see it's 12th Street. There's a stop sign, so I can walk right in here and I can hang out, and then I could look up the easement and do all that kind of stuff. But I don't really want to. I'm wearing shorts. I'm not trying to get all ate up by bugs and stuff. So I just thought I would come out. I haven't made a video like this in a very long time. My wife and some friends of ours do, like, you know, homeless feeds and clothing drive and sleeping bag blanket drives and all kinds of stuff like that. I haven't been to the main one that I would go to in Dallas, Texas. I haven't been there. We've missed like the last few years, even though I think it's been going on for like 10 years or so. But we missed the last few years due to just me having a new job where I couldn't have time off, or just being broke, you know. So if you're, you know, new to watching videos on my channel, this is kind of a more recent thing, but I do have a history of doing videos like this, so maybe we'll do more. Because every time I read something like that, I just can't help but to think, you know, like, yeah, it sucks. Drugs sucks. You know, meth heads and all that. That sucks. But does that mean that because they're down and out, you know, does that mean that they shouldn't be able to just be free and not be locked up in a cage, you know? Because when they lock people up like that, you know, we see it happen all the time. I mean, even probably in your city, you see it happen. They get locked up. It's not like they have money. You know, how the heck are they going to pay their fines? How are they going to bail out? You know, so right now those 5 people are in a jail cell, in a holding cell. I would much rather be, like, you know, out in the heat, even though it sucks, you know. I would much rather be out in the heat and struggling for food and water and a safe, comfortable place to sleep. But here it is. So this is Panama City, Florida. This is we're at 12th Street, and I think so. This right here is 12th Street, and I think this one right here is like Redwood or something. I forget. So let's walk down here. Now let's go see this other area too. So I wonder, are those 5 people that made 500 pounds of crap and nastiness, are they responsible for this? Or has this been going on for a long time? and people have been, you know, dumping shit here. I doubt homeless people are bringing gigantic things over here, because I think the reporter said there was like a fridge. Like some homeless dude, I mean, he might be. Look, there's a damn dolly right there. So yeah, maybe they are bringing. But what would that, you know, what do they do? What would that do? It's not like they're gonna, you know, run a power cord out here. I am shocked that there was a damn dolly, because I was gonna say, how are they gonna get a dang fridge out here? But obviously, there is a way to get a fridge out here. I don't think anybody's watching my live video. I think maybe one person. Hello, one person. I don't know, maybe, I don't even know how to look at comments on here. Maybe there's comments, maybe my audio isn't good, maybe my video isn't good. Oh my gosh, like trying to figure out how to use this live feature. It looks like I got one person watching, so hello, one person. All right, so I haven't used this live feature enough to even know if I can open up my other app that would just give me the location. It's called Onyx. It's like a hunting map, but I use it all the time because it'll show you who owns something. You know, if it's city property, you can go on it, you know, must find out what that stupid little ordinance says. So it's funny they're complaining about how bad it is and how much stuff they dumped here, but here is, even though there's no like signage minus it says no trespassing, it's weird, like we're literally like, you know, 200 feet from the spot that they're mad about people dumping at or whatever, or having their little homeless camp, and it looks like a dump. It literally looks like a dump right here. So I'll look that up on Onyx, and I'll try to throw it in the comment section when the video is over, because I don't know what happens if I open up my video or open up that app while I'm using this video. It's freaking hot. I'm dying. So when I pulled up here, I'll try to steal a picture of it from my dash cam because I saved it on my dash cam. But right up here in the road, literally like in the middle of the road, was like 10 traffic cones just laying in the middle of the road where like you had to dodge to them, which is horrible because it's low-lying area. So you're trying to like, basically you would have to go into, like I had to go into oncoming traffic's lane. So that kind of sucks. On a hill when people can't see, you know, what's going on, you having to move into oncoming traffic. And I think that the city workers left them here because when you can see they're not there right now. They're kind of like right in that area. But the city workers pulled up in a vehicle and picked them all up. So obviously they had the road coned off and closed off while they got, you know, you can see giant tracks. They had had some kind of machinery in here. So it sucks. I mean, all this is, it looks freshly done. All the cutting down of these trees, clearing this stuff, that's all fresh. So I don't know exactly in this area where the homeless camp thing was. It'd be interesting to, when I watched the video that the news channel had, there was a little bit of footage of the little camp, but you couldn't really tell exactly where it was. If I wanted to be a little bit brave / dumb, I could leave the road and go over there and look, but it might have been like right here, because you would probably see like remnants of like a fire pit from whether they were, you know, obviously it's summer, but if it was here for a long time during the winter, they'd probably have a fire to stay warm, or right now in this time they probably have a fire to cook their food. So yeah, it's interesting. The other thing that I think a lot of people, unless you've encountered a bunch of homeless people and spoke to them or went to a shelter and talked to those people, typically if you go to the shelter, I've never, as an adult, I've never been. As a kid, lived in shelters all the time, you know, fucking homeless and stuff, but as an adult, I've never been. But from what everybody says, trusted sources say that basically it's like a prison. You have free time that you can go out during the day. They want you to go out and get a job and do everything, which is awesome, you know, go out and make some money. try to end up being self-sufficient. But they search your bags. You're only allowed to have a small amount of stuff. You get locked in overnight. You can't leave. No matter what, you're not leaving unless the thing's on fire. So they're kind of like prisons. So a lot of people, whether they have, you know, a mental illness and don't want to be around that kind of stuff, or they're just stubborn and want to kind of be on their own, you know, and most of them, you gotta have an ID. So they, you know, of course they're gonna want to make sure that, you know, you're not some, like, I don't know, child molester or something, which is understandable, you know. But typically the men and women are separated. It'll be women and children in one shelter, and men will be in the other one. So they want to make sure that you have an ID. So if you don't have a state issued ID, you're not getting into the shelter. So you go, you have a state issued ID, you go to the shelter, you bring your bags, you get searched. They take whatever contraband that they deem as unnecessary. You know, like if you want a little self-protection thing, you know, like, because everybody likes self-protection things, you know. Can you see my little self-protection thing? You know, maybe somebody wants a knife or a gun or something, you know, they're gonna get it taken when they go to the shelter. Then you go to bed, wake up, and they kick you out. So during the day, you're just left to do, you know, things hopefully that benefit your life, but maybe not. So it's horrible. Nobody wants to live like that, you know. I think that, you know, maybe for, like, you know, women and children, it's good. That opens up a whole nother can of worms, a whole nother story that I don't think we're going to get into on this video. This video was just about me coming out here, trying to see basically the lay of the area, see, you know, if it's public land, private land, whose land were they on, you know. Because even if you want to look at it like the most selfish way is, do I want to help these people? Would I go buy them food and stuff? Yeah. But do I want to pay for them to be incarcerated and in jail and put up for a few days or however long they want to, you know, that they're going to be there? No. Like, so yeah, does it suck that they're on public land? And yeah, it's probably an eyesore. It probably doesn't look good. You don't want to look over here and see it, you know. But I don't see why they can't, you know. It's probably the best alternative is for them to be out here. It's horrible, but then that breeds all other things, you know. Then you got, you know, they're down and out. So what do they want to do to forget that they're down and out? They want to drink and they want to do drugs. And I totally understand that. I mean, shit, I've done that. And that just takes you down the more down and out path. So it's kind of weird. It kind of sucks. It's a long, live, random rant about poverty, homelessness. And not that this really matters, not that we should just shit on people that live in the poor parts of our towns, but this isn't like, it's not like the high roller area, you know. So people that live here, yeah, it sucks. And yeah, then you're gonna have homeless people that are gonna, like, you know, go to your house, break into your car, break into your house, steal your stuff, go to the pawn shop, sell it, try to get a little bit of money for drugs. So yeah, it does kind of suck. The things that breeds, you know, it does kind of suck. So, but I don't know a solution for it. You know, I don't have a permanent solution for it. But it shouldn't involve locking people up. It's really hard to see what's over here. I don't want to leave the paved area of the road too much to get too far past of the easement. But I'm curious what was over in that area. It just looks like people dumped some crap there. But it's definitely more than 500 pounds of whatever it is. Let me see if I can stop, get into the shade for a minute, and look and see if there's anything in the comment section with any questions or helpful tips and tricks for things here. Let me make sure I'm not on a anthill. Let's just hang out. I was hanging out in this concrete thing a minute ago. Hang out right here. All right. Comments. So it says chat viewing options: top chat, live chat, or none. So if I hit live chat, it says all messages are visible. And it says, oh, got one from Hogloader, my boy. We're live, boys. Thanks. Probably like nobody's ever gonna tune into my live videos because it's kind of boring, but it's a very important and close to my heart subject. Probably gonna start doing more of these. There was a little area that's downtown Panama City on Harrison that was a little park that my wife and I used to go to, and we would make sandwiches and do stuff for people, and you know, feed like people that were in need. And since 2018, Hurricane Michael kind of destroyed that thing, so the park. So we've kind of not been doing what we need to do. But we used to give out like food, new socks, because everybody needs new socks. It doesn't freeze here very well in sunny, sweaty Panama City. So sometimes we do give out like beanies and gloves to keep fingers and heads warm, but not too much craziness. But we need to get back into that. It's just hard. It kind of eats at you because you see how bad people are. And then you also have to deal with another part. You have to be really good at telling people no and really comfortable with it, because they're going to ask you for everything. They're going to ask you for rides, they're going to ask you for money, and you just really got to tell them, you know, that you just, you know, what I would always say is, hey, you know, I spent all my money on this, this food and these things, and I can't really give anybody a ride because I got to go home and I got to go to work too, because you know, it's the truth. I had a job, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I think it was Panama City Police that just drove by. So let's walk down here a little bit. Man, it's hot. The TMI part of this video is I have water in my car, but you know, I don't want to go to jail for public urination, so really ain't gonna be drinking any water while I'm out here. I don't really see me being out here for more than like 45 minutes or an hour. So obviously, if you're not from the area, I mean, I've lived in this town for a long time. I had no clue where this place was. Up there, way at the end of that street, that's 15th Street, aka Highway 98. So that's like one of the main roads that runs through Panama City. The main part of like Panama City, where like the mall and everything used to be. You would go up there and make a left, and it'd be just a few miles down. Also, at the end of this road, turn left, go down about a mile. That's a Panama City Police Department location. So interesting. Places like this are typically near a police station. Not that I'm saying I want the cops to come out here and just arrest everybody, but it's always just interesting, you know, like how long were these people out here with their little encampment? You know, how bad is their little encampment making this area look? I mean, look at this. The city has struggled forever, since I've been here, living here off and on since like 2004. And then the hurricane, you know, in 2018 destroyed everything. So it's not like this place is beautiful. The beaches are amazing if you like dealing with a lot of people, but you go find your little secluded one. But this is interesting, you know, this area isn't like very, very, you know, top notch. It's not a high class area. You got the city contractors, I think Asphalt, and I don't know what the name of their company is, but that's who does all the roads around here that the city contracts out. Right over there. Up here on the left used to be a oh, there's somebody over there, a worker hanging out. We're not gonna go over there. Over there used to be a junkyard I'd go to. I think it used to be called Pick and Pull. Over here in this area, I think almost all of this area, all along that fence line down to where the little homeless camp was, I think all of that is all that one construction worker people's land. So there is a house near the little homeless camp. So it does suck to have, you know, look out your window and see a bunch of, you know, trashy looking crap, you know, people that are in need. But you know, the people that are living in that house are probably doing the best they can for themselves too, but they're not that good off. House is kind of dilapidated. I really wonder what the "you're tearing up my city" people think of the dump being like literally right here. And here over the last, I don't know, like year and a half, 2 years, I've started to have a really interesting way of looking at the dump and littering. You know, you litter right here, you're a shitty piece of crap, you know. But then you don't really pay attention. Where's all of our trash go? It all goes into the woods anyway, into some landfill, or, you know, into the ocean. So the whole thing about them polluting the little area, not only is there like a landfill looking thing right there, which I know that it's not the main county landfill, that thing's really far away, probably like 20 miles away. But, you know, it's kind of, there's already trashy shit here. It already looks like shit. There's already beaten up, broke down houses. We still have houses, it's 2013, and we still have houses with tarps on the roofs from the hurricane. Thought about putting pants on so I can feel my leg getting a little bit cooked. But at least I brought a white t-shirt and something to cover my face up, keep my face and neck from getting completely wrecked by the sun. We went shooting, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, and I go home and I'm scratching my neck right in here, and I got a few moles and ugly warts and weird crap on my body, and I feel something. I was like, I don't think I grew something right there, and I go looking in the bathroom, and of course my wife had to take this huge Lone Star tick off of me. So then I went and got antibiotics, make sure that I was healthy. Obviously they can carry Lyme disease. And another thing that I learned by looking into that is they can carry this thing that basically gives you a red meat allergy, where you won't be able to eat red meat. It like makes you almost go into like anaphylactic shock and stuff. So it's kind of weird. So I was like, man, I like me a steak and hamburger. I hope I don't get it. So, you know, cover my face up from the sun and hopefully try to avoid ticks. That's the name of the game. All right, let's look for this fridge. It's like a little dog kennel. Bunch of random trash, cooler, bricks, random stuff. Random people. Another Panama City Police Department vehicle. So look, even the people that are out here cleaning, even they left trash. I mean, obviously it's on a pile of trash, you know, so no big deal, but kind of interesting. I don't see a fridge. I mean, it could be under that pile of 500 pounds of crap. going into the long grass, but whatever. Yeah, I don't see fridge. From the video that the news channel had, that plywood right there, it looked like they had built like a little fancy lean-to shelter. So yeah, they probably had been there for a while. So it's kind of interesting. So based on where all that stuff is, I think the homeless place was over there, not over here, because I don't know if they would spend time moving all that crap across the road. I mean, there might have been a little bit of people hanging out over here, but I think the main part was over there. I don't want to go too far into here. I don't know the legalities of what the actual easement is. You need to look into that, obviously. Oh, it smells really bad. Yeah, I don't think the homeless people were painting, so that didn't come from them probably. I would say the majority of the stuff, just a combination of like everything, you know. Them bringing stuff here and then other people just dumping shit. Yeah, see there are like, I don't know, 3 or 4 houses right over there. So y'all know I never plug anything, but I'm gonna kind of break my little own personal rule, and I'm gonna plug something. So if you go to Facebook and you type in feeding today, you'll find my old, almost totally forgotten and not updated Facebook page about feeding people here in Panama City. So that's a little selfless plug. I'll try to put a link down in the comments for that. Go there, see kind of things that we do, which has been a few years, but we need to get back out there. Really easy. What we would do is just go get a bunch of like, go to Sam's Club, get condiments and bags and stuff and socks, and then we would just go get, you know, cheap sub rolls and some lunch meat and cheese, and then we just make sandwiches and give sandwiches away with some snacks and stuff. But the only thing that we have to have is the sandwiches. So basically we'd prep all the bags in our house and then have the sandwiches in the cooler, go out, and once we'd identify a person that wanted something, we'd sling it to them. So it always worked out real good like that. Uh-oh, we got a few more comments. Hey Chris, what's up? We need to go out and feed some people, man. We need to get this done soon. So yeah, just random stuff that we would give out, and a lot of people were, I don't know if it was just pride. Awesome, Chris says he's down. I don't know if it's pride or they just were kind of leery about what you would be giving them, but they would always say that they didn't want anything. I'm like, hey man, there's socks in there, and then that would just get them. I think the worst part about feeding them like that and doing it that kind of way is they would always ask us what like church group we're with, and that just kills me inside. You know, because I'm like, man, you know, I'm not a believer. My wife is, but we're not with it. We just don't go to church. You know, we're not with a church group. We just want to go out. We got a little bit of something we can give to another person. It was awesome. I think coming up on a half hour. Time to do the main part of the research and see who owns all of this stuff and try to get a good idea of that out so people can all see. I might actually try to hold both phones and do another live stream here in a second and show you on video who owns all these things. Chris, so this is at 12th Street, and I think it's like red Pick and Pull. Like Pick and Pull is like right over here where it used to be, and then Business 98 is right down there. So yeah, like right over here is where Pick and Pull is. What I would advise anybody that comes out here, park very far away. Don't drive over here unless you want like unless you want to get a flat tire or something from all the nails and screws and crap that's over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my other communication device and pull up the app, and we're gonna do these things at the same time. So hold on, I'll be right back. This is how bad I am with this. I don't even know how to close this out.